Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, bruh. I hope y'all enjoying the content. I hope y'all are learning something from it, bruh. Hope y'all being inspired, motivated. Just to go chase your purpose and see what that type of enjoyment will bring to you. What type of joy, what type of relationships that will actually bring you. You know what I'm saying? In your lifetime, because you only get one life in this time, right? So if you only get one life, and like Eminem said, you only get one opportunity. Are you gonna take it? Are you gonna master it? Are you gonna hold on to it? Because if you're never gonna come back, right? If you believe in God, you believe in one life, and you know that you're not coming back, you're not gonna be reincarnated, you're not gonna do anything like that. What are you gonna do? What are the things that you're gonna try to accomplish today, right? What are the things you're gonna try to accomplish now in the present as you go on in life in order to fulfill your purpose and your mission? But as always, bro, I hope y'all are commenting, liking, and subscribing on these videos, man. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if I'm helping y'all. It means the world to me whenever y'all are doing that, bro. So let's go ahead and get to the next episode. Yo, what is good, everybody, man? Welcome back to another Kids Room podcast episode. Hopefully, y'all are feeling loved and blessed as always. You feel me? Rocking out with with an old setup, and it's honestly bringing me a lot of memories, man, and it's still making me feel motivated just to continue to keep doing what I'm doing, you know, and continue to grow, like really take this serious. And tonight, like this evening, I usually make the videos in the morning, right? I still read my word, and I want to speak on something. I still want to get into Proverbs 6, which I will, and these next upcoming video, probably the next one after this one. But I just being back home, being back where I started this podcast has brought a lot to me, a lot to my mind, and it has made me think about a lot of things, right? And it's funny because sometimes we're chasing a life that is maybe outrunning God or on a whole different direction than what God is trying to bring us to. And sometimes He will not allow us to always go the way that we want to go, right? The way that we think we should be going, right? Now, genuinely, we do have those times and moments that we're like, I feel like this was what I was supposed to do. And then God still switches you. And, those moments can be very life changing, obviously. And they can bring you to disaster or they can bring you to bliss. But those are decisions that you have to make in order to make them disaster or bliss, right? Sometimes certain decisions or certain situations that happen in your life that you cannot avoid or run from, and you have to face, you have to make a decision to make the best out of that now. Because if you know it's not going anywhere, you have to make a decision to make the best out of it. So it might be hard now, but later on it might not be hard. It might be a whole different situation. That situation might bring you to somewhere farther, bring you to another level, expand you more, you know what I'm saying? Elevate you even farther. So you can't always, like I say, from multiple videos and multiple podcasts, like I have spoke so many times on, like, what you see is not always what you should believe, because what you are seeing is like what your emotions are gonna feel in the present, right? So sometimes you can bring your emotions to the past, obviously, right, which is already a negative thing, and you can bring it even to the future. But more often than not, bringing it to the past or the future is more often, so like if you bring it from the past, you're more often just feeling regret. You're feeling the lack of discipline. You're feeling the negative moment, maybe the cringe moments, not always the good moments, right? But sometimes we live in the good moments so much that the present, whatever we are going through, if it isn't as good as what we used to feel like, then that can be also a negative thing when you're looking in the past. Now, when you're looking into the future, it's more anxiety, it's more fear because you are unsure. It is a uncertainty of your mind, of your emotions that you are feeling. But when you are focused more on the present, what you can control, there is anxiety, there is doubt and stuff like that. But then you start to realize, what are you in? What circle are you in? What lane are you in? And whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're worried about, are you worried more about what God thinks about it, or are you worried about how you feel about it? Because if you're worried about how you feel about it more often than not, you're going to make a more irrational decision, a more emotional decision, rather than if you're more grounded with God, more grounded with Christ, you might go into the word, you might just pray about it. You're gonna begin to be more patient because you're not gonna react all the time off of how you feel. If you always react after on how you feel, then a lot of times those situations will get worse because you're reacting. But if you think before you react, if you have time before you can react to things, have some time to think, then more often than not, you can make better decisions. And you can make relationships probably even better, even stronger, because that shows other people that you can be resilient. So God has a funny way of doing things. God has a funny way of having you shift your focus. God has a funny way of you wanting to be more, put towards your purpose, towards your mission. Because it's one thing to do things for yourself and you find a system that works for you, but then it's another thing when you can make that system work for others. That's the change, that's the inspiration, that's the motivation, that's the impact, that's the things that people are looking for. But you have to do the work beforehand. You have to do the work. If you do not do the work, then what do you consider God to do with a unfinished product? You can't expect God just to finish you. You have to finish yourself up, man, and then move forward, right? So take that from a regular person that at the same time, I am learning so much, but I am just speaking off of my current circumstances, my current position, my current thoughts. And they can change, right? Over the time, over the years. But as of right now, I don't want to continue to make decisions off of emotion, but make them rather with patience and resilience and allow that to grow me even farther. I might not see it now, but I surely will see it. And God will allow me to see it because that's what I ask for, that's what I pray for. And if you ask and pray for things and you seek for it, but then you first seek the kingdom, it takes a lot of stress off of your shoulders. It takes a lot of things off of your plate because it allows you to remain within yourself and remain focused on what truly matters. Okay? So, but that's all I got for y'all. The next video, we're going to be getting into Proverbs 6, so make sure y'all reading ahead if you're watching this video. Make sure you're getting with me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the videos, man. Support. And, yeah, that's all I got for y'all, bro. Be loved, be blessed. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me on this one, and I hope y'all tap in with me on the next one.